Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Mega League Quiz Bowl. 11 schools in our conference this year. We go head-to-head competition answering questions that sometimes can be very difficult, covered by many subjects. And of course, the coaches tell me that to get the players, they are strong in certain subject areas, and they put them all together and they come up with a team, and they are here now to compete against each other here in the Mega Conference Quiz Bowl. Today's match features Woodhaven against Wyandotte. And before we go on any further, let's meet our contestants for today's match. Let's start with Woodhaven. They are coached by John Webster, and let's meet John's team now.
Carl Homburg, I'm a senior. Matt Morin, and I'm a senior.
Hello, I'm Kevin Nielsen, and I'm a senior, and I'm also captain.
I'm Brandon France, and I'm a sophomore.
All right, and sitting above them from Wyandotte High School, they are coached by Kristen Richards, and this is Kristen's team now.
I'm Charles Whitmore, and I'm a junior.
I'm Lynn Henry, and I'm a senior.
I'm Matt Owens, and I'm a junior.
BJ Tyrabon, I'm the senior captain.
All right, best of luck to both teams. Our judge for this match, Dick Blanzy from Trenton High School, and our scorekeeper, Chris Quayle, also from Trenton High School. Now, the game consists of 4 quarters. The first and fourth are each have each 12 toss-up questions. The second quarter has 8 questions with a bonus option. The third quarter is a 60-second round of 10 questions. The first quarter questions are 10 points each. And again, I remind both teams, please do not give me an answer until I call your name. Wyandotte and Woodhaven, best of luck to you in the first quarter. Here we go with our first question of the match. Missionary Ridge was captured by the North in the Battle of the Chattanooga. What ridge was held by Union troops at Gettysburg? Matt, Wyandotte?
Cemetery Ridge.
Cemetery Ridge, very good. A math question for you. An ice cream store sells 7 different flavors of ice cream, 5 different sauces, and 3 different toppings. How many sundaes can be made if each sundae consists of ice cream, sauce, and a topping? Lynn, Wyandotte?
95.
No. Woodhaven, anybody? Kevin?
105.
105, yes, very good. What is meant by the noun admonition? Matt, Wyandotte?
To warn against.
Yes, it's a warning, very good. Is the chief ingredient of a souffle sugar syrup, marshmallow, egg whites, or sweet? Matt, Wyandotte?
Egg whites.
Egg whites. There was a young lady named Bright whose speed was much faster than light. She went out one day in a relative way and returned on the previous night. What kind of poem is exemplified in these verses? Kevin, Woodhaven?
A limerick.
It's a limerick. Appropriation of bills for federal expenditures in various parts of the country are given a certain name because each congressman secures his piece of bacon for the folks at home. What is this term? Kevin, Woodhaven?
A pork bill.
No?
No.
Anybody from Wyandotte? Pork barrel. Pork barrel.
Okay.
Which of these cities is not on the Danube? Budapest, Belgrade, Prague, or Vienna? Matt, or Wyandotte? Matt?
Prague.
Prague, right. Before 1937, presidential inauguration occurred on March 4th. Since 1937, when has the inauguration occurred? Carl, Woodhaven?
January 15th.
No? Wyandotte, anybody? January 20th. January 20th. Andrew Carnegie made a great fortune and left rich endowments for educational purposes. In what branch of industry did he make his money? Matt, Wyandotte?
Steel.
Yes, or iron, very good. In which Spanish city is the Alhambra Palace and Fortress? Who's that? BJ, Wyandotte.
Madrid.
No. Kevin, Woodhaven.
Barcelona.
No, Granada. Granada. In which city was Dillinger shot and killed by FBI agents on July? Brandon, Woodhaven?
Chicago.
Yes. At the on July 22nd of 1930. Name the Maryland-born attorney whose anthem, sung to the music of the English tune "To Anacreon in Heaven," quickly earned popularity in the 19th century. Brandon, Woodhaven?
Francis Scott Key.
Francis Scott Key, yes. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. The second quarter has 8 toss-up questions worth 10 points each. A team answering gets a chance at 4 bonus questions worth 5 points each. If a team misses the bonus, then the other team gets a chance to answer. Teams, of course, can confer on the bonus questions, but I must get the answer in the bonus question round from the captains only. In this case, Kevin from Woodhaven and BJ from Wyandotte. Okay, here we go with our first toss-up question. Which term designates a series of organisms so interrelated that each member of the group feeds upon the one below it? Matt, Wyandotte?
Food web?
Can you say that again, please?
Food web?
Judge, I'm You accept that? Okay. And in turn is eaten by organisms above it. Food chain is what we were looking for. Judge said that's fine. Okay, your bonus questions now for Wyandotte. Identify each of the following as primary consumers, secondary consumers, producers, or decomposers. Foxes that feed on small animals.
Secondary. Consumers.
Secondary consumers, correct. Bacteria on trees after the trees die.
Decomposers.
Decomposers, yes. Trees absorbing nutrients from the soil.
Producers.
Producers. And finally, squirrels that feed on nuts and plants.
Primary consumers.
Primary consumers. Next toss-up. Which type of reaction in chemistry can take place between 2 ionic compounds that are dissolved in water? In this reaction, the cation of one compound replaces the cation of the other compound to produce 2 new compounds. BJ, Wyandotte?
Double replacement reaction.
Say it again.
Double replacement reaction.
No. Woodhaven? Anybody? Carl?
Replacement reaction?
Say it again.
Replacement reaction?
No. Double displacement reaction. Double displacement reactions. Next toss-up. Jorge Luis Borges, the Argentine poet, essayist, and master of the short story, wrote, "I have always imagined that paradise would be kind of like a library. Give the word for library in either French, Spanish, or German." Wyandotte, BJ.
Spanish is biblioteca.
Yes, very good. Toss-ups now for Wyandotte. Give the meaning of each of the following bookish terms. Bibliophobe.
Someone who's afraid of books.
Yes. Bibliophile.
A row of books.
No. Woodhaven, Kevin.
Someone who loves books.
Someone who loves books, yes. Bibliomancy. BJ, anything? No. Woodhaven, Kevin.
Someone who writes books.
No. Divination, they said? Divination? Divination by books or by the Bible. And finally, biblioclept.
A book thief.
Yes, one who steals books. Very good. Who was the first, toss-up now, who was the first American to win 2 Nobel Prizes in physics? Matt, Woodhaven?
Linus Pauling.
No, I will finish the question for Wyandotte. Was it John Bardeen, William Shockley, Albert Michelson, or Niels Bohr?
It's a toss-up.
Anybody from Wyandotte? Matt?
Niels Bohr.
No, John Bardeen. Bardeen. Next toss-up. Give the name for the type of bicycle for two or more persons having. Wyandotte, BJ?
A tandem bicycle.
Tandem bicycle, very good. Your toss-ups. Complete the second part of each of the following. Bright-eyed and
Bushy-tailed.
bushy-tailed. Bound hand and
Foot.
foot, very good. Between cilia and
Boudin.
no. Woodhaven, Kevin.
It was an
Chartibus? Between cilia and Chartius. Chartius. And finally, for Wyandotte, between the devil and the no answer. Woodhaven, Kevin?
Deep blue sea.
Deep blue sea. Very good. Toss up now. Name the pair of slender tubes, also known as the uterine tubes, in the. Well, Woodhaven, Brandon?
The fallopian tube?
Fallopian tubes. Very good. Your toss ups now, or your bonus questions for Woodhaven. Clear as okay. Identify the 4 distinct stages of the ovarian or uterine cycle of the female reproductive system called the menstrual cycle.
Oh, man.
We got 4 guys going after this one. All right. All set, Kevin and Woodhaven? The stage during which FSH is secreted.
Menopause.
No. We go up top to Wyandotte and BJ.
Menstruation.
No. The follicle stage. The stage during which the mature ovum or egg from the ovary is released into the fallopian tubes.
Ovulation.
Ovulation. The stage from ovulation to menstruation, about 10 to 14 days, during which progesterone finalizes the preparation of the uterus.
Menopause.
No. We go up top to Wyandotte and BJ. Look at, they're all looking to Lynn for help. No answer?
No.
The luteal phase? Luteal phase? Corpus luteum stage? And finally, Woodhaven, I bet you can't wait till this is over, huh? The stage during which soft uterine tissues and the unfertilized ovum are discharged through the vagina.
Say it.
I have no idea. Don't ask.
We don't know, just say it.
Menopause.
BJ, Wyandotte.
Menstruation.
Menstruation, yes.
Oh, man.
All right, we go to the next toss-up. The branch of physics known as high-energy physics is aided by which electrical device that speeds up the movement of atomic particles? Carl Woodhaven.
Particle accelerator?
Particle accelerator. Very good. Bonus questions now for Woodhaven. Identify each of the following. The 3 basic parts of atoms, those positively and negatively charged, and the one electrically neutral. And Kevin, please give me one at a time, okay?
Proton.
Protons is 1, that's 5 points.
Electron.
That's 2,
Neutron.
is 3. Very good. All 3 bonus ones there. And the final bonus question, the 2 major classes of elementary particles.
Metallic and non-metallic. Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. Say it then.
Metallic and non-metallic.
No. Wyandotte, BJ.
What do you think?
answer, BJ?
No.
Leptons and quarks. Leptons and quarks. Final toss-up. Give the term that designates a person who measures vision, tests eyes, and Carl Woodhaven.
Ophthalmologist.
No. I will finish the question. Oh, Wyandotte BJ.
Optometrist.
Optometrist is what we're looking for. Yeah. Bonus questions now for Wyandotte. Give the term for each of the following occupations, all of which begin with the letter C. A dance composer.
Choreographer.
Choreographer. A designer of fashionable, usually custom-made women's clothes.
I don't know.
As they look
Calvin
for
Klein.
help again. Excuse me?
Calvin Klein.
Woodhaven, Kevin.
Say something to start this. No answer.
Courtier. Courtier. Courier. A map maker or chart maker.
Cartographer.
Yes. And finally, a foot specialist.
No. Chiropractor.
Carpologist.
Judge. Is that no? Okay. Woodhaven, Kevin.
I have no idea.
No answer, Kevin. Chiropodist. Chiropodist is a foot specialist. All right, that brings us to the end of the first half of this match between Woodhaven and Wyandotte. We'll take a look at the score and come back with the lightning round with much more after this.
Tells you smoking is attractive is just blowing smoke.
And welcome back to Mega Conference Quiz Bowl. We are at halftime of our match between Woodhaven and Wyandotte. And the score at halftime, Woodhaven leads Wyandotte 110-90. But before we go on with the match and into the lightning round, we have a new contestant to our panel on the top up there. It's from Wyandotte High School. Her name is Joy. And Joy, welcome to the panel and best of luck to you. All right, the third quarter has 10 questions that a team must answer in 60 seconds. The team can confer, but must answer through the captain only. The trailing team will then have a chance at 4 categories to pick from. The other team will have 30 seconds to answer any of the missed questions or past questions by the original team. 110-90, Woodhaven leads Wyandotte. So with Wyandotte trailing, BJ, you will have the first choice out of these 4 categories to choose from, in which you'll have 60 seconds to answer. The 4 categories are polygons, water, prefixes, or tourist attractions. Which will it be, BJ?
Just as long as it's not polygons.
Tourist attractions.
Tourist attractions, all righty. 60 seconds with the category tourist attractions. Name the state in which these attractions are located. Name the state. First question, all set with the time, 60 seconds. Kennedy Space Center and Disney World.
Florida.
Correct. Stone Mountain and Okefenokee Refuge.
Florida.
That's incorrect. French Quarter and Cajun Country.
Louisiana.
Correct. Garden of the Gods and Aspen.
Colorado.
Yes. Lincoln Home and Adler Planetarium.
Pass.
Walt Whitman House and Edison Historic Site.
Pass.
Fort Sumter and Hilton Head Resort.
Pass.
Mount Vernon and Restored Williamsburg.
Virginia.
Correct. The house where Jesse James was killed and Mark Twain Cave, and the Mark Twain Cave.
Pass.
Crater Lake National Park and Bonneville Dam.
Wyoming.
Incorrect. Back up to your first pass. Lincoln Home and Adler Planetarium. Time is up. Okay, Woodhaven, correct, or excuse me, Wyandotte had 1, 2, 3, 4 correct. So that means, what do we have here? 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. All righty. All right, Woodhaven and Kevin, you'll have 30 seconds to answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that Wyandotte was either incorrect on or passed on. You'll have 30 seconds. All set?
Yeah.
Stone Mountain and Okefenokee Refuge.
Oklahoma.
That is incorrect. Lincoln Home and Adler Planetarium.
Illinois.
Correct. Walt Whitman House and Edison Historic Site.
Massachusetts.
That is incorrect. Fort Sumter and Hilton Head Resort.
South Carolina.
Yes. The house where Jesse James was killed in Mark
Missouri.
Twain Cave. Yes.
Missouri.
Yes. Crater Lake National Park and Bonneville Dam.
Oregon.
That is correct. And they didn't pass on these, so I can't go back. We only missed 2 out of the 8. Between the 2 teams, Stone Mountain and Okefenokee Refuge is Georgia. And the other one, Walt Whitman House and Edison Historic Site, New Jersey. New Jersey. Okay, Woodhaven and Kevin, you'll have 60 seconds. You can choose from any one of these 3 categories still left.
Okay.
Water, prefixes, or polygons.
Water.
Water it is. 60 seconds with the category water. Answer the following questions concerning water. All set? Here we go with the first question. What is the chemical symbol for pure water?
H2O.
That's correct. Into what body of water does the river Danube empty?
Black Sea.
Yes. What's unusual about the behavior of water when its temperature approaches the freezing point?
Expands.
It expands.
Yes. What warm ocean current gives Great Britain its mild climate?
Gulf Stream.
What kind of narrow well drilled to the bottom of an impervious?
Artesian.
Correct. What is the largest inland sea in the world?
Caspian Sea.
Caspian.
Yes. What water doesn't quite succeed in separating 2 land areas? What's the narrow remaining strip of land called?
Isthmus.
Yes. What do icebergs come from?
Glaciers.
Yes. What above-ground structures did the Romans build to transport water?
Aqueducts.
Yes. Into what body of water does the river Rhine empty?
North Sea.
North Sea.
Correct. All 10. Very good, Woodhaven and Kevin. Nice job in the lightning round. We move on now to the 4th quarter. Like the first quarter, 12 toss-up questions. Each are worth 20 points, and a team can make up a lot in this round. We have seen it before in the past. Best of luck to both teams in the 4th and final quarter of this match. First question. Which term, Spanish for saw, S-A-W, designates an designates an elongated mountain range having a sawtooth appearance from a distance? Matt, what Wyandotte?
Sierra.
Sierra. Oh, yeah. Very good. Identify the only South American capital whose name has the same spelling as a common variety of bean. Matt Woodhaven.
Lima.
Lima, Peru. Very good. What term indicates that a line of poetry contains 4 metrical feet? Wyandotte, BJ.
Tetrameter.
Tetrameter. That's correct. In which country did the world's largest aquarium open in Osaka in July of 19... Kevin, Woodhaven?
Japan.
Japan. Name the 2 fanciful hotels with animal names at Walt Disney World near Orlando, Florida, which were designated by Mike Woodhaven, Brandon?
The Dolphin and the Swan.
Dolphin and the Swan. Very good. Math question for you now. Bill is twice as old as John. 10 years ago, Bill was 4 times as old as John was then. Find Bill's present age. Kevin Woodhaven.
5.
No, that's incorrect. Wyandotte, anybody? No answer? 30.
Oh, okay.
30. David, the future king of Israel, played his lyre so well that it endured him to which king whom he's... Woodhaven, Brandon?
King Saul.
King Saul. Identify the program called the Bold Experiment that President John Kennedy initiated in 1961. Brandon, Woodhaven?
The Peace Corps.
Peace Corps? Very good. Identify the term used to designate the particular state of matter exemplified by liquid helium at extremely low temperatures. Matt, Wyandotte?
Supercooled liquid.
No? I'll finish the question for Woodhaven. Woodhaven. Brandon?
Superfluid. Superfluids.
Superfluid? Okay, very good. Superfluidity. According to the proverb in Alexander Pope's An Essay on Criticism, who rush in where angels fear to tread? Matt, Woodhaven.
Fools.
Fools, yes. Identify the European city whose business and financial district is called the city. Brandon, Woodhaven?
Amsterdam.
No. Matt, Wyandotte?
The Prague.
No. London. London.
The city.
How did I not know that?
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Final question in this fourth and final quarter. It is a math question. If f of x comma y equals 2x squared minus 5xy plus y cubed, find f 4 comma negative 5. Kevin, Woodhaven.
7.
7. Very good. And that brings us to the end of this match between Woodhaven and Wyandotte. We'll check the final score, wrap things up on this edition of Mega Conference Quiz Bowl right after this.
Here's a not-so-fun fact, Vince.
And what is that, your Larryness?
A rollover happens every 10 minutes.
How long have we been driving?
9 minutes and 58.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt. Oh, this job is wearing very thin.
Welcome back to Mega Conference Quiz Bowl. We have just completed our match between Woodhaven and Wyandotte, and Woodhaven wins this one 395 to 195. So congratulations to them. Join us again next time when we will feature Belleville and Wyandotte on Mega Conference Quiz Bowl. We'll see you then.